Good morning. Very strong morning. But I promise, I try to make it lighter now. No, you know that all of us, we are immersed in an ocean of information. And we also know that we cannot verify, check any piece of information that we receive. So in this way, we are like sailors that are at the mercy of the ocean currents that can, deviate from our route. But if we want to reach our safe harbor, we need some reference points. We need some tips. Our safe harbors means that we take good decisions for our organization, good choices for our organization. Okay, today I'll try to share with you some of these tips. Let's start from layer one. Layer one is the first layer of a model, developed by ISO as a standard for communication among different devices. We heard about the layer one inside the devices. We also heard about a lot about cabling. And is there a pointer? No. Sorry. Okay. But we heard a lot of interesting things from Cisco, for instance, about ASICs, the interface in the device. But it's very critical and important also the connection between one device and the other. If this connection, let's say, it's poor, of course, despite the investment, despite the technology we have in the device has to retransmit. And so all the layers, and we have to wait for the right transmission. Now, from another point of view, in terms of investment, ICT investment, here you see a figure about the investment in Italy, the country where I live, in terms of, in general, ICT in 2018. 2018, the total investment in Italy for ICT was 7,574 million euros. 70,474 million. All this stack include, applications, services, devices, and so on. All these investments are on top on the layer one, the physical layer, the infrastructure, the cabling. The total amount of investment for this layer is 80 million, was last year, 80 million approximately. So we have the layer one has a great responsibility in order to guarantee the efficiency of all the investment, 70,000 million of investment. This 80 million of investment has a responsibility to work well. So the first tip, or point of reference, or let's say, is don't think that just saving something in the layer one, in the connectivity, reducing, the robustness of this infrastructure, it's just a result of put on risk all the other investment, huge investment. Then we know that the network is now indispensable. Is the fourth utility. It's we cannot renounce to the network like we cannot renounce to the power, to the water, and so on in a building. But also for the business, what is called very frequently business continuity of our company, often the network can be, if we don't take the right decision, like I said before, can be a source of, apart some major problems that happens once a year maybe, But the daily issue that we find every day, because the infrastructure, this creates a lot of problem to the operational of our organization. So now, again, the tip here, the network is so important for us, and so make the network being a competitive advantage for our organization instead of a problem that we have to find, run after everyday issues. Okay, now I have some questions for you. Let's when you need maintenance for your car, you need a car mechanic. So the question is, first question, who is in your opinion the cheaper? Who said?
A.
A, the cheaper?
No, B.
B. I agree, because probably it doesn't have structural investment, you know, structural cost. But when you need to do maintenance for your car, which is the right choice for you?
A.
Right. Second question. Now that you have the car at the mechanic doing maintenance, you need a taxi. So the first question is, what is the cheaper in your opinion?
A.
Yeah, most probably, because it's a bike sharing. It's a form of bike sharing, this one. But who is the taxi you are going to call when you need to reach someone for an important appointment? Yeah, right. Then, important, when the matter is hard, the question is, who is the one that you are going to choose?
C. B.
C? Brave guy. B, of course. Now, when it's the case that we are looking for, you need to find a trusted partner, for your infrastructure. What are the parameters you are going to check? All of them are with tie, with jacket. They are clean, more or less. Okay. They have a very nice website. They have a very nice brochure also that they leave on your desk. So, is a brochure enough? Many times, let's say, brochure is very far from the reality. Okay? So, here again, the tips. The tips is look for concrete and sounded facts. Okay? Not promises, but things concrete. Now, I try to give you some concrete facts, introduce you some concrete facts about CommScope. Probably you heard a lot about the name of CommScope. Maybe is not so well known as a company. I want to share with you some more detailed, concrete facts. Let's start with the video.
Every day, people, information, and networks are coming together. Behind the app, the game, the video conference, the call home, and the tidal wave of data, communication networks are connecting people and things whenever and wherever they are.
Historically, a communications network was to connect people, like a telephone or even before that, a telegraph. Today, however, communication networks really tie you to information. They tie you to things like video that you can get on YouTube. However, tomorrow, communication networks will do more than just audio or visual senses. They will enable us to communicate in ways that use all 5 of our senses, in ways that we can't really comprehend today, but things that will really enrich our lives.
The communications network is one of the most quickly evolving, multi-purpose utilities of our time.
As you think about our traditional triple play of services of voice, video, and data, and you rewind 5 or 10 years to the age of dial-up, people would have looked at video and voice as more important to them than their dial-up internet service. Well, in the last 5 to 10 years, that's totally flip-flopped. And internet service is probably the most important thing that customers get today from the triple play. And so what that means and the implications to Verizon is that we have to deliver that to wherever the customers are. So if it's to your home, You need to have robust Wi-Fi throughout the home. If you're on the go, you want to have great access with your mobile device, no matter where you are, in the car, walking around the mall, on the beach, you name it, you want to have that connectivity.
CommScope believes that the future will see increased wireless usage and increased mobility, not just for the sort of devices that we use today, like smartphones and tablets, but for a new era of devices that will make up the much talked about Internet of Things. These are sensors that will sense the environment, anything from in-building sensors, security systems, transportation systems, all connected and providing information to allow these wireless networks to connect to each other and to connect to the huge data centers which are required to process and handle all of this data. Relies on very high-speed fiber optic systems, part of what CommScope provides for the network.
CommScope has a long history of leadership in communications network connectivity, specializing in the physical layer.
In general, the physical layer is made of the parts of the network that you can see and touch. So in a fixed network, the cables and connectors. In a wireless network, the antennas and the radios that make up the network. CommScope's an expert in these systems. We've been developing these since the company was founded.
CommScope has a large role in connecting people everywhere. If you've used your television today, your cell phone today, or been on the internet, undoubtedly you have run those signals, that information, over CommScope equipment. The physical layer, by and large, is an area of the network which does not require electricity. It is used to transport signals from point A to point B. In the networks of today, it's actually a complex portion of the network. Keeping signal integrity is one key component of this. Now, CommScope not only works on that physical layer, that portion that connects you and your internet connection back into the major portion of the network, but also on the RF layer. We consider that physical as well. Now, networks are getting increasingly more sensitive to the user experience. What CommScope is doing about this is to make physical paths that can adapt and change to manage this growth. We fundamentally improve networks in two ways. We enable the networks to improve their speed and their latency. Now, speed you're probably very familiar with. That's what you think is driving your browser to operate faster, for you to get information on an instantaneous basis. However, today it's latency which is really driving the user experience in a network. If you start a video, and between the time that you press the button and the time that it starts, that's lag or latency in the network. And we are trying to make networks be instantaneous. Whatever you want, wherever you want, however you want. That's CommScope.
As the relevance of technology in our lives continues to grow, networks are changing to keep up with the consumer demand.
The network of the future is a software-defined network. That means that new services, new features, can be added from a centralized location and pushed out to everybody almost instantaneously. However, to do that, the bandwidth, the connectivity between the end user and the central portion of the network needs to be incredibly robust, needs to be very, very adaptive. And what CommScope does is make systems today that are capable of supporting this software vision of the future.
The consumer technology is changing a lot. If we look at our devices today, they're all multifunction devices which can do several things. In fact, in parallel with all of these advancements in services and use for the networks, the physical layer that these networks are built on has also continued to innovate at least the same speed or perhaps a faster rate to enable all of the data which is required for these ever-increasing evolving services. CommScope will continue to invest in the innovations which will drive the transformation of the networks that we rely on every day, just as we have been doing for over 40 years. We will continue to stay at the forefront of the communications revolution.
For more information, visit
Okay, one more fact, the customer. We have just, a short summary about companies that many, many years ago chose the CommScope as a trusted partner for infrastructure, as we said. And still, now, they are asking for our support. Just to give you an idea, 75% of Fortune 100 companies are in this group. Okay, let's move to the history. One more fact regarding CommScope. CommScope has been founded in 1976 as a company to produce solution infrastructure for the telcos, for the cable TV and so on. Became a leader in the US, but was not so well known outside the border in the US, till when, in 2004, they acquired was the division, used to be the division in AT&T that invented also the concept, even the concept of the infrastructure cabling. At the time was called, we were in Avaya and was called Systematic Solution. With this acquisition, CommScope became present in more than 100 countries in the world and doubled the company. Then another important acquisition in 2008 acquired Andrew, a leader in wireless infrastructure. Then in 2015, the acquisition of a piece of Tyco Electronic Connectivity, with some well-known brands like AMP, ADC, and Chrome. And recently, early this year, another acquisition, Aris. Aris, that is a company with a huge proposal of devices for video, treatment and producing. And inside Aris, there was also Ruckus Network that used to be Brocade. Let's move. Then, here you see just a representation of all the application, all the solution, and in the sector where normally can be applied. On the left, the residential. Here below, you see a lot of solution from Aris to the content provider, to the end user at their home, and the service provider, and a lot of connectivity in the middle. Let's see one more video that is interview done in an exhibition in Amsterdam, just to have an idea about the infrastructure.
Hello, we're here at FTTH 2019 in Amsterdam, and it's been an exciting show. What kind of fiber innovation are we introducing at the show?
Well, we're introducing a lot of innovation from the core of the network over the access to the very edge that's supporting that growth in fiber that's going to be needed, where we see a lot of density coming in the central office, where you see the impact of convergence. That was another big theme of the show. Convergence is driving more and more fiber to those central office locations to support the wireless networks of the future.
I'm speaking to Cyro. Tell us, Suzanne, how is Cyro disrupting the telecommunications market in Ireland?
Well, telecoms is really changing in Ireland at the moment. Cyro is a challenger brand, and we're really disrupting the market. There's over 2 million homes in Ireland. Cyro's target is to reach 450,000 of these, and we're over halfway through that. The incumbent Air have also started to build out fibre to the home, so we have up to 25% of the housing stock can actually utilise a fibre connection.
This particular technology looks quite futuristic. Tell us about the new modular splice closure and why customers should be excited about it.
Well, we are indeed very excited also about our new product which has born. This new product, or this new closure, combines the best of two worlds. So on top we see everything which is the FIST fiber management system, which we already had for almost 25 years. So it has really a proven track record of fiber management. And on the bottom part, we see everything which we've known from the TV closure, so the good things that we had in that closure, like the wraparound cable seal, so the good sealing gel segments.
The FACT system is a scalable system with a modular design. All the building blocks are available to help the network managers to design and to configure the expansions of the network according to the new services coming into their main distribution area and ever increasing growth of bandwidth. The FACT system is a high density system, it's a high density solution, but in CommScope we believe that height is not all about high density. The system needs to be easy to use, intuitive to install, easy to maintain.
I'm speaking to Yemi, who we saw presenting this week at the show. What are some of the challenges that IPNX is seeing in Nigeria when it comes to FTTH deployments?
One of the major challenges we have in FTTH deployment in Nigeria is that we have a unique environment to what you have here in Europe. I've listened to a lot of presenters and I see that it's the same technology we are deploying, but the challenges we faced are quite different. So what we are doing is that we are providing the enabling connectivity through our huge fiber backbone in the major cities we are operating, and also the last mile to the customers on fiber with our FTTH. So these and over in the next 5 years we have some strategic and very good plans to make sure that fiber reaches almost every home where we are operating. CommScope has been a long-standing partner with IPNX. We have an ambitious target to connect every home with fiber in Lagos, and my colleagues came and we sat down on a round table looking at the best possible way to deploy our network with minimal downtime and disruptions. So we are working well with CommScope and we are happy to continue working with CommScope.
One of the themes that we're hearing at the show is helping customers make fiber deployments easy. Stephen, tell us how these products here are helping customers to do that.
Well, first of all, we have a choice between hardened connectivity and non-hardened connectivity. That is a very simple way to deal with connectivity. The hardened connectivity offers the speed of installation. It goes very fast. It is very intuitive. You only need to hook up a pre-terminated cable into this design, and you're good to go. The other alternative is the non-hardened connectivity, which is you have to open the enclosure to have access to the connectivity, but still, apart from that, it's a very flexible and fast solution.
Okay, then here in residential, but also for large venues and for enterprise, data center are important. And one more video about data center.
Throughout the data center network, link speeds are increasing. To keep pace with capacity demands, data center managers are upgrading their equipment with greater frequency. But you can't afford to spend time and money replacing your infrastructure with each upgrade. So what does it take to create a high-speed fiber infrastructure that can go the distance? CommScope's ultra-low-loss solutions create the foundation for a long-term infrastructure that's flexible and efficient. Modular fiber components, including patch and trunk cables, connector modules, high and ultra-density panels with optional intelligence, combine to provide the lowest end-to-end optical losses for OM4, OM5, and single-mode networks. So you can support higher fiber density, longer link spans, automated infrastructure management, and the higher speeds needed to run future applications. All data center connections experience signal loss. The longer the link span and the faster the application speed, the more damaging the effect on link performance. CommScope's ultra-low loss components, however, are specifically designed to minimize optical losses and meet the growing performance demands of current and future applications. So engineers spend less time worrying about performance limitations and more time working to increase the long-term capabilities and value of their network. CommScope's high-speed migration platform includes innovative tools to help ensure your ultra-low-loss links meet your needs. Use our fiber performance calculator to verify current and future application support. And our application assurance provides added peace of mind. Under CommScope's renowned Network Infrastructure System 25-year extended product warranty. Ultra-low-loss solutions are just one part of CommScope's high-speed migration platform, a comprehensive strategy for your data center's long-term evolution. With innovative solutions like ultra-low-loss fiber and managed connectivity, CommScope keeps you ahead of the game. Just one more reason to partner with CommScope for your high-speed migration.
Okay, then, large venues. We don't enter in the details, but one thing, very often it's used, what is called distributed antenna system. It is valid as a concept, as a project, also for enterprise. One more video here.
When you look at today's wireless landscape, the numbers don't add up. Mobile data is doubling every year and a half, and 80% of mobile calls are made indoors. Yet, of the 30 billion square meters of commercial real estate, only 2% is covered from the inside. Since operators are struggling to provide sufficient wireless capacity, the next logical step should be to offload it by cell splitting indoors. So why isn't this happening? This is the simple truth about indoor wireless systems. They're too complex. So complex that they require a team of highly skilled RF engineers and technicians. They aren't scalable. They require an entire physical layer of specialized RF cable and equipment. They lack flexibility. You can't change frequencies, add technologies or operators without updating equipment. It's not surprising this approach has floundered. To implement an indoor system capable of expanding from 50,000 to 500,000 or even 5 million cell sites, we need an indoor solution that is simpler and more versatile. It's time to rethink indoor wireless. We have introducing ION-E, only from CommScope. ION-E is an in-building wireless solution that supports both wired and wireless infrastructure, utilizing standard IT cabling. Installation is easy. There's no expensive, complex RF infrastructure. It's more like installing Wi-Fi than RF. And since it runs on a standard IT infrastructure, scalability has never been easier. It's frequency agnostic and can accommodate multiple operators and technologies, all using the same equipment. It can also be deployed by a large base of IT installers. Configuration is simple. It no longer requires RF experts. It's all done via drag-and-drop software that's so easy and intuitive, it doesn't even require a manual. Shifting cellular capacity to in-building wireless has never been this easy, this scalable, or this flexible. Make your indoor solution easy. ION-E, indoor wireless for everyone.
Okay, then, enterprise. Enterprise just in case of campus. One more video.
Deploying small outdoor access devices for Wi-Fi services, high-definition surveillance cameras, and small cell applications presents unique challenges. Property owners and utility companies expect the equipment to be installed quickly and with minimum disruption, but aren't always able to grant installers easy access to electrical power for these devices. Historically, small cell and Wi-Fi installations have needed both power and communications. Often, the network device can't be installed precisely where needed. This limits the effectiveness of the coverage area or services at that location. Hybrid optical cables have helped solve these challenges, but until now, the hybrid designs were costly because of the complexity of the cable construction. In response, CommScope developed the Powered Fiber Cable System, an innovative solution that allows fast, flexible, and precise installation of network access devices. This single hybrid copper and fiber cable solution requires no special tools for installation. Stress concentrators in the cable jacket allow fast, banana peel-style technician access, up to 5 times faster than traditional hybrid cables. The unique Power over Ethernet, or PoE, extender incorporates DC to DC electrical conversion, which effectively eliminates the problem of voltage drop over distance. 3 layers of electrical protection are incorporated into the extender to provide protection against lightning strikes, electromagnetic interference, and/or accidental grounding. The powered fiber cable system can be installed on a pole, building, rooftop, almost anywhere the network device is needed. The IP67 outdoor-rated PoE extender with built-in power management adapts for any voltage drop over a distance of 3 kilometers. That's up to 30 times the distance of traditional Cat cable systems. An integrated media converter allows installers to plug in any PoE-compliant network device using the Cat jack. For more aesthetic applications, the extender can be placed inside device brackets, effectively hiding the equipment from plain sight. Power and optical communications are delivered to the PoE extender using the unique hybrid copper and fiber cable solution. The cable holds either 2mm or 1.3mm diameter conductors and up to 12 optical fibers. Available in outdoor and indoor-outdoor configuration, buried, installed in ductwork, aerial mounted, or routed inside buildings. Ordinary stripping tools provide fast access to both the fiber and conductor elements. The cable routes back to the head end location and terminates to a rack-mountable power supply and fiber patch panel solution. The power supply shelf delivers 48 volts DC low voltage power. Up to 32 network devices can be powered from a single power supply. The powered fiber cable system is a complete solution for powering and communicating with HD cameras, Wi-Fi, small cell, and other network devices at 30 times the distance of power over Ethernet, while reducing landlord and utility negotiations and eliminating local power sources by using a centrally located uninterrupted power supply and carrier-grade electrical protection and providing compliance with SELV and NEC Class 2. For more information on the powered fiber cable system, visit CommScope.com or contact your CommScope sales representative.
Okay, then the last video regarding smart building.
In today's smart buildings, the network has become more important than ever. As data becomes centralized, the network is the link between users and data. And Internet protocol convergence and the growth of the Internet of Things are adding more intelligent devices and systems to the network. With so much depending on it, a reliable building network is essential. But your network isn't just an IT system. It's a critical driver of your business's continuity. Because when your network is down, your business is down. A resilient, redundant, intelligent physical layer can help prevent and minimize network downtime's negative impacts. CommScope's integrated building infrastructure solutions deliver maximum network uptime with high bandwidth, power over Ethernet capable cabling, ubiquitous wired and wireless connectivity, and real-time proactive physical layer monitoring. It starts with our industry-leading Systemax high bandwidth structured cabling, providing the highest quality, field-proven connectivity with support for power over Ethernet and smart building technology. Our ERA C-RAN antenna system and ION-E distributed antenna system deliver wireless connectivity throughout your building with all digital, multi-operator, Category 6A copper and fiber compatibility and 5G readiness. And to maximize network uptime, our Envision automated infrastructure management solution provides real-time monitoring and mapping of all aspects of your building's physical layer for faster time to service and rapid response troubleshooting. As a global communications technology leader, CommScope is focused on keeping your business up and running with a building network infrastructure you can rely on, backed by best-in-class application assurance and expert field engineering support. To learn more about...
Okay, the last part of that video was old, let's say, because it has been produced before the last acquisition, I2QS acquisition. Now, the last figure about CommScope is this one. So, 30,000 people, CommScope people around the world, in more than 150 countries, 10,000 partners. We are inside the 250 Fortune list. An investment in R&D, only R&D investment, average every year, $800 million. The result is 15,000 patents. The revenue is about $11 billion. Now, another fact, the way we work, the way we approach our daily work. This slide represents this way. On the left, we see to represent the fact that often, because our history, our reputation, we are involved in what we can call technical committee, sometimes standard organizations, sometimes vendor alliances, that are thinking about the new application, the application of the future. So they ask our opinion about can be done, which kind of network, which kind of infrastructure can support this new application. So we accept the challenge, we go back home, we start developing the solution, we give the feedback here, and we start producing the solution. Okay? Then immediately we work with the standard organization in order to release then a standard. Here we can see the places, the organization where we are with our people. And this slide represents, the result of that approach. In the line, the blue line, you can see the names of some solution that we developed and the year when we started installing this solution. Below, on the green line, the corresponding standard. So you can see the first concept of structured cabling has been developed and started installation in 1985. The standard, first standard, category 3, remember, is 91. Then, Gigaspeed XL in 97. Corresponding standard, Cat 6 in 2002. OM3, our laser speed 300 in 98, we started installation. OM3 standard in 2002, together with category 6. Cat 6A, Gigaspeed Extend 2004, the standard became right in 2007. Intelligent infrastructure, with our first version was in 2011. The AAM standard in 2012. OM5, our laser speed band multi-mode fiber in 2015, the standard in the year after, in 2016. These are just a couple of last awards. I show you just because I heard about one pair connectivity. The connector you see in the top right of this slide, the connector that has been, let's say, developed by our labs, proposed to the standard and accepted to the standard as the connector for IoT connectivity, one pair Ethernet for building environment. Okay, let's move just to have some more facts, concrete facts about CommScope, in particular the quality. If you do a research, simple research in LinkedIn, looking for people, CommScope people in LinkedIn involved in quality, you see that we have more than 100 and 500 people involved only in quality. Then, from our website, you can download all the ISO certificates for design, production, for all our facilities. Then, another important thing, any cable that is produced in our factories is tested, and the result of this test, so the superior quality you heard about in the other videos, the previous videos, these performances are uploaded in our system, in our database, and can be viewed by the customer that has the cable installed. So each cable has printed the number, the web track number on the cable. With this web track number, you can go in our website and you can download the performance of that specific cable. Then, thanks to this, let's say, procedure, method, we release free of charge a warranty that gives you the guarantee, the warranty of the performance superior compared to the minimum required by the standard that we declare. We declare in a specific document that are called performance documentation, performance specification, sorry, that can be downloaded. And this is, just to clarify, this is the only way to know, to be sure about the quality of the product you are going to buy. Because if you, let's say, want to buy a car, you read the specs, you do the test drive, and then you can verify if it's true or not true what is in the brochure again, okay, or in the data sheet. With the cabling, you have to wait when it's installed and when you attach all the devices. No other way apart in case it is covered by the warranty. Now, if you ask around, all the brands that are on the market say that they provide the same. One more fact, and a tip here is, look at the paper, look at the documentation, ask for documentation, don't be shy, ask for. And if you ask for, or if you just go to the website, you see that, here I represented some vendors' documents, official documents about the warranty. All of them, what the warranty that they give are for only compliance with the standard, not performances above the standard, but compliance. You can read. Then, one more step in this direction. Here in this slide you see, on the left, a part, an extract of one book, performance specification from CommScope, where you see the performances that are guaranteed or are under warranty. On the other side you see an extract of a brochure of a vendor, let's say vendor X, where you see some very nice performances, comparable to these performances. But if you go one step ahead, you look for and you read the official documentation of vendor X, you see that the vendor X, in order to release the warranty, also accept what is called asterisk pass. Do you know what is asterisk pass? Who knows? No one? Okay, so I explain. So, here, on the right, you see in red the curve based on the standard. So, this are the minimum performances that have in case of this is next parameter, the system has to respect in order to be compliant with the standard. Below, you are not standard, but just a little above, just a little is considered, when you do testing after the installation, is considered standard but with an asterisk. When you do the blood examination, it's the same. You have an asterisk when there is some parameter that is not okay. Here the same, so just to say, hey, you are just a little above the standard, but okay. If we consider what is written in the brochure, what is reported in the brochure, I come back just a couple of slides. You see a word, guaranteed. How they can guarantee this kind of parameter if they accept also the standard pass? So again, the tip is go read the documentation and don't be shy to ask for it. Okay, the summary. So don't try to save money on the layer 1 because it's a small investment compared to the other investment and can put under risk your investment in all the other ICT. Then, don't run after the daily issue, but choose a robust infrastructure in order that your company can run on his business without any fault, any obstacle, daily obstacle to this activity. So make this a competitive advantage. Then, look at concrete fact, document, ask for, it's your right. If you're going to pay, it's your right. They produce all the documentation and information you need to evaluate a solution or another. Okay, and study the documentation. The very last is, if you invest something because you choose carefully an ICT device, system, and so on, but provide that this system, this investment, has the right way to exploit the power. I thank you very much for your attention and for your passion because the time.